So yeah, before we start, I just want to say that in this episode, there's no live commentary on it because apparently I accidentally mute my microphone. I didn't realize it, and I just realized because it's my headset that is on mute mode. I don't know who did it. I don't know if I did it and accidentally forgot to turn it on back. But yeah, so there's no live commentary. And you know what happened when there's no live commentary? I gotta do it then. I gotta do it after the recording right now. Like, I'm on editing mode right now, so my mistake, sorry. Anyway, let's just going to start the commentary. So hello everyone, my name is Shafwan and welcome back to another video of Trails of Cold Steel, episode 29 now. And this is after I record the gameplay, because as I explained it in the intro. So yeah, I'm trying not to do much spoilers in this one. So hopefully I didn't spoil anything. And in this episode we are going to fight the boss. That's the only thing I want to say. So I hope you guys wait for it. And this is our first mob of the episode.
Come on then.
My turn.
As you can see, there's a 2 lantern spider. And I really don't know what to say here because it's so hard to do a post commentary without playing the game in real time. And yeah, I just skip it to the end of the battle because it's not much going on. It's just a normal battle, to be honest. So yeah, alright.
Oh, we did it.
So yeah, after the battle done, I opened the chest and we get AP charge too. So that is a not bad reward, but I kind of disappointed on it. And I continue to going more deeper and deeper. And as you can see, I check the map to make sure I'm not lost. And I found a lever in there. So I just click it. And it opened a new way in this dungeon, in this old school house building dungeon. And yeah, so that opened up a new area. It's toward the boss room actually, but at this time I didn't realize what it's for. So yeah, I kinda confused where it is. And I fought another mob
The advantage is ours.
just to get EXP and the craft points. And this is a new monster that I found. I didn't realize it, to be honest, if I fought this in the last or the previous episode. But yeah, there is a new monster, and it is very tough without using art. That is.
My turn.
So as usual, our characters got fainted by them. The stone crawlers are really annoying. It makes you faint and just like you can do anything to it. Anyway, so I go to this is the deepest floor area in this dungeon, and it was a dead end. So I go back toward the lever. And yeah, we fought this big mob again.
Watch out, guys.
And as you can see in the last episode, it is pretty tough. I have a bit of some trouble with it, but I somehow made it out alive.
All right.
And that is very surprising to me. Like without someone go near death or something like that.
Now, I'll back you up.
But yeah,
My turn.
that's over.
That's that. Let's keep
So
moving. I'm just getting
Gallius
started.
level up, and it is turbulence. Blind 50%, envelopes falls in turbulence, which creates unbalance 10% if I remember correctly. And there's another lever, and it opened up the way that we just came from. So yeah, I go back again to that way, and it actually made a loop to the entrance of the elevator. So I decided to take a rest in there without further waiting much, because we need to prepare for the boss fight. But I tried to check to see what left in this dungeon because I'm still confused at this point. Where's the boss room? So yeah,
Must be careful,
it took me
everyone.
like 30 seconds to realize that the new way opened up to a boss room, as you can see. That's the new way. It's right near the entrance, which is neat. We don't have to dodge much monster in the way. As we go toward the boss room, I save, of course, because I am the type of a gamer who save every time I have a chance.
We made it through.
And yeah, that is the station that we could upgrade our weapons and our armaments. So I decided to check if anything new in the armaments in the quartz area, and there's nothing new, but I'm going to buy a new quartz for Gallius because he have like one slot open, and I tried to think what the good quartz would be for the squad before the boss fight. So I was browsing through the quartz to check what is the perfect quartz for the boss fight. And then I found this blind, which is pretty good because we have no one that could blind the monster, the enemies. So yeah, I open a new slot, the slot right there, and I set up the quartz. So yeah, I forgot that we got a new quartz called Reaper, but I decided to save it up for later. Actually for later technically. And I still don't know what this slot for until I analyze it clearly that the colors is for Earth quartz. So yeah, I moved the Earth quartz from that slot into this special slot, and then I add a Reaper in this one because I want to know what the Reaper does. And so I was saving the game again and ready to go to the boss room without further waiting. Wish me luck, even though I already know what happened. So this is the boss we will fight. It just looks like a mod, to be honest.
A worthy adversary. Right.
So yeah, I set Elliot Craft as usual because you need Elliot Craft before fighting
Give it up,
any
everyone.
monster mob.
Leave it to me.
And I analyze and I check the information what the weakness the boss have, and it is Earth. So yeah, so Gallius will be one of the important role to this because he has Earth Quartz, the only one who have Earth Quartz. And as you can see, the boss itself fighting a beam,
Here we go.
which is very cool in my opinion. When I was recording
All right,
this,
let's do this.
man, I was so disappointed that I forgot
Take
the
this.
mic was muted. But yeah, as you can see, I used Gallius on Earth Quartz and Laura got confused. And
Alright.
I forgot to mention that I actually put a new accessories equipment for Laura to prevent faint, so she no longer get fainted. Because getting faint when
Whirlwind.
you are in the crucial moment is
To me.
the least thing you want to get
Reuben.
I'll
in
back
this
you up.
game.
Of course.
So, this is our first try. That's a hint right there. Our first try of fighting this boss. So pretty much at this point I was thinking if I should use the S break. But I decided, yeah, why not? Why not? Let's just use it then.
My most powerful strike. Radiant blade dance.
Let's see the damage that she does. And it is 5100 damage. Hit point.
My turn.
So that's very good actually. Now I try to make them sleep because I saw the information that they could sleep. And I decided to try it, why not? Let's just try to make them sleep. And it didn't work as you can see because, well, it didn't affect them yet. And Rain got confused as usual. And I attacked the monster first before using Rain
Leave it
as
to me.
break. You'll see in the next couple of seconds I use Rain as break. And let's see how much hit points we deal to the boss.
Strike!
It's not much, only 2479.
Alright.
And yeah, I think that's really sums up about this first try for this boss. And I want to use the Reaper quartz. It costs KO, but it costs really a lot of EP. I was really surprised by it, but I want to try it anyway. So why not? Let's try it. And well, bad news. I skipped the quartz art
This could
because
be
I want to fast forward everything and escape it. And yeah, my mistake right there. So yeah, Elliot dead. Yeah, I couldn't do much
my
with it. Everyone's slow, but I
you
decided
handle
to
this?
swap it
I'll
to
handle
Alisa because Alisa have Telsa, which to revive one of the member. So I use it to revive Elliot, but Rain died now, and yeah, pretty much everyone got wrecked at this point.
This could be bad.
And in a couple of turns, I will lose all of my squad and force us
This
to
looks bad.
retry the game. So yeah, only Elliot and Laura left. And Laura is the last one to die in this first run.
Wasn't strong enough.
Rest in peace. But yeah, of course, I gotta try it. That's
This
my
will
way
take
of playing
everything we
this
have.
game. You
My
just
turn.
don't give it up. So, as usual, I set Elliot craft and yeah. And in this second try, I decided to focus on one target, and it is the middle one, so I could have an easy way to defeat the rest of the boss. So I used the tactic of focusing one target only, and it almost worked actually in this run. Almost worked. And our target is almost dead, but Laura is dead too. So that's very annoying. But yeah, I focus on that one target first before we revive Laura. And that one down.
Alright.
Now I only need to swap Gallius with Alisa again, so I could revive
I'll
Laura.
handle this. Let's go.
My turn.
And there she is, reviving again, reviving another one. And I'm thinking, what should I use for Elliot? Shall I use Resounding Bit again, or should I just use Sleeping? But in the end, I decided to use Sleep
You have my thanks.
Craft because I want to see if it actually works or not.
Right.
It's hard to make it effective. So in this part, we are using the Rin as craft as break.
Flames, gather on my blade. Strike!
and it doesn't do much, sadly.
Right.
So yeah, I was pretty sad about it because this was just so strong, and Rain didn't do much damage even though we already buffed the strength with motivation. But yeah, so this is our downfall. Alisa almost dead, but lucky she have that special quartz that could bring her one chance after losing all of her HP. And I use Radiant Dance again on the boss.
Powerful strike. Radiant blade dance.
But yeah, it didn't work. It didn't do much work as I wanted to be.
Here we go.
Only 3000 damage. And we lost 2 people. So yeah, that's our run. Sums up. I tried to revive, but it
Here we go.
didn't do much. The boss is just so strong. Like really here.
You have my
And I almost killed the boss actually. To kill the second boss. But in the near end, yeah, this is the art, this is the craft the boss used that made me lose in this run. So yeah, that's it for this run. Let's try to
strong enough.
moving on into the next one, I guess. So this is our third run.
Careful.
We start with Elliot as always. Elliot craft is really good. Resounding beat, good as a defense buff and as a recovery, health points, and yeah. So
Alright.
I decided to pause there.
Strike.
Anyway, so Elliot died again. As always, Elliot is the weakest one in the group after
It's
all,
my turn.
so I should expect it coming. I think I need to upgrade Elliot equipment, defense, because he easily can be
I'll handle this.
killed. Right now, I cut the video really short into 13 minute ish. So yeah, I don't know how much
Thanks.
cut time do I need to
I can do
remove,
this.
just because I don't have any audio, any live commentary on it.
Let's go.
So we have Alisa using Heat Wave, and at this point, if I remember correctly, I just try my best to collect a lot of craft points. And yeah,
I can do.
the second boss is not far from dying. It's only 97 health left, and it died, as you can see. Now the last one is,
Go.
well, in the left side. At this point,
Arcus.
I am trying my best to be careful and not making any dumb mistake. I try to plan my way out how to defeat the boss without anyone dying first. And yeah, and in the most efficient way as possible. So I use Blessing Arrow, and Blessing Arrow is at least a craft, and it increases our craft points too. So it's really good actually. Very good craft if you need craft points and health.
My turn.
So yeah, at this point I'm just like doing some normal attack because I need to collect the craft points. I'm going to speed up this part after I record this audio.
My turn. My turn.
So, this is at the point where Rin will use
Flames
the
travel on my
S-Craft
blade.
after I collect the craft points.
Strike!
Well, it's still not 2000, so it's kind of bad actually.
My turn.
But I'm thinking whether or not I should use Laura craft or not. Laura deal 5000 damage, and the boss health only have like 2000, so
Right.
it's going to be a waste if I use it when I was recording at this. I said that I don't think I will use Laura craft because I want to save it up for the next
Thanks.
combat if we ever like in the same squad.
Of course.
So yeah, I'm just using a normal attack and try to keep everyone alive with Elliot healing. And yes, slowly but surely we're able to defeat the boss. And this is the last hit.
Go!
And finally, we've beat it. It took only 3 tries. And it's very, very satisfying to see that everyone alive from that boss. That was sure but of a fight. I suspect it considered this entire floor to be its own domain. Still, it was nothing we could handle. Perhaps that means the floor is ours now. Yeah, we seem to have finally gotten the hang of combat links and everything. But it doesn't look like there's anything left to find here. The path disappears to a dead end with this room. There don't even seem to be any valuables in here for that thing to have been guarding. Yeah. What's wrong? You look like you're lost in thought. Did you sense something? No, I was just thinking about last month. This is exactly the same as what happened then. A new area opens up, we reach the end of it, we fight a powerful enemy, and then hit a dead end. The situation is identical. So we are going to repeat it, I guess, in every chapter. Now that you mention it. That is suspicious. Every path has to reach its end somewhere. It's probably nothing more than coincidence. You might be right. It just strikes me as odd, that's all. Either way, we've explored all we can for now. So come on, let's head back outside. We did it. Boy, I wonder if I able to voice in the post commentary. Let's just see. And yeah, wish me luck. Phew, that was way more exhausting than I expected. Yeah, the monsters down there were a lot stronger than the ones we fought last one. That elevator is the biggest content in the room. Where could it possibly come from? We should report our findings to the principal right away. Instructor Sarah too. Yes, that seems like the wisest course of action. And there's a black cat again that appeared in the last chapter. So this month, there's suddenly an elevator allowing access to a floor even deeper below the surface. Honestly, how many more surprises does that old schoolhouse hold? There was nothing like that during my inspection last week, I can say that much. Why can't I be the one who finds all the cool stuff? There seem to be a number of floors even deeper underground too, but only the first 2 were accessible. That's not a mystery. I tried to find some means of unlocking the elevator so we could access the other floors, but it won't budge. If that's not the end of it, I wonder how far down it goes. In the decade I have been here at this academy, this is the first I've heard of any additional floors whatsoever. Up on the last one, the floor we use for your orienteering exercise is all we'll ever know. So what we explored today didn't even exist until this week. And easy access to this new area presented itself in the form of a convenient elevator, no less. I heard that many of the ruins from the Dark Ages were fraught with mysteries, but this is almost inconceivable. Well, something must have caused the new areas to show themselves, but I don't have the slightest idea what that something could be. You wouldn't happen to have any ideas, would you, sir? Let me think. Perhaps it may have something to do with Emperor Dracos. Dracos the Lionheart? The very same. Emperor Dracos left strict orders regarding that building, which have been passed down from principal to principal ever since. He proclaimed that the old schoolhouse was to be preserved as is until the promised day arrives. The promised day? What does that mean? That I can't say. Though some have speculated it ties back to the War of the Lions 250 years ago and to Draco's companion, the brave Saint Sainlot. Sainlot? Liane? The Lance Maiden. If Emperor Draco's words did concern the War of the Lions, it does stand to reason that she'll be connected. Interesting. She and her Eisenrider fought valiantly at the side through the conflict. Eisenrider. Yeah, it is Eisenrider. Valiantly enough to be regarded as a saint by the Septian Church, I imagine few in Arabonian don't at least know the name. Her name is celebrated even in my hometown, and I'm about as far out in the Empire as you can get. There's no shortage of legends and mysteries surrounding her life, and her death for that matter. But how in the world would she be connected to the old schoolhouse? Well, I'm not certain she is, but when I think of the alterations that have begun to occur into the building and of Dracos' words, I find it difficult to believe that there's no connection. It just strikes me as more than mere coincidence. I guess that's as good a theory as any. But what does the promised day refer to? Well, with so little information, we could speculate all that, and I doubt we'll be any closer to a legitimate answer. We'll just have to keep searching the ruins and see what we find. You perform admirably, Cast 7. I truly appreciate all your efforts, and I'm terribly sorry for keeping you here so long. Not at all, I'm just happy we could be of help. If we discover anything else, we'll let you know at once, sir. Excellent. Feel free to prioritize other tasks as you see fit. However, you are not my personal assistants after all. That's true. Thanks for the help, everyone. Think nothing of it. Honestly, I want to solve the mysteries of that place as much as you do at this point. I feel the same. And fighting the monsters within serves as excellent training. I'll be more than happy to accompany you again should the opportunity arise. Yeah, it's not right for you to have to do all the hard work, right? That goes for all the other requests you do on your free days too. My help's just a call away if you ever need it. Thanks, I'm sure I'll take you up on it. I'll see you back at the dormitory. Take care. We got Hail Orphans. So this is where I end the episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. My name is Samito and I hope you enjoyed this one. Sorry for the live commentary, but yeah, I'm trying my best to do a post commentary. Have a nice day, everyone. Peace out.